Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a fortunate couple in love that loves reacting to some Fortnite.
Yes, we do.
So it's been a while since we checked out Fortnite, and we're catching up on Chapter 6 with a video from PlaystationGrenade telling us about the storyline. I'm excited to see Homer Simpson in the thumbnail for that one. And then we're checking out 0 Hour gameplay, the event. Heard a lot of great things about it in the comments. People have said you gotta check it out. A lot of great things are going on in Fortnite, so that is what we are doing.
Yeah.
If you want our Fortnite reactions, we got playlists for you in the description of the video. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Yes!
Hello there! Another year of Fortnite comes to an end and Chapter 6 finishes with a live event, the biggest in Fortnite history, as we take on the Dark Presence. If you didn't track the storyline over the last year, or you need a refresher as to why a giant Homer Simpson is fighting alongside Hope, Jones, and King Kong, then let me tell you a recap story of Chapter 6. I'm Adamaru. Please think about using my code if this video was useful to you. Our story begins before we had any idea what the bad guy of the year looked like. In fact, it's all the way back to the glory days of Fortnite's narrative when the 0 Point was freed. And by freed, I mean completely obliterated. Totally in pieces. That orb was once the center of all existence and hunted by countless enemies over the years. And now, the 0 Point was no more. A year or two passed, and that brings us to Chapter 6. While reality hopping across the Omniverse, a fragment of the 0 Point was spotted in Reality 783, Oninoshima. We all assumed the 0 Point was gone forever and that power was lost. But look what happened when one tiny segment of that great orb hit the ground pretty hard. A shockwave so strong it activated ancient spirit gates that linked to the demon world, lost for centuries.
Nice.
This is the spirit realm, and that's where we'll be going in the live event. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because back in the first season of the chapter, these gates allowed demons to cross into our world, and officially, the Hunter's season began. I should note here, we came into this world alongside Jones and Hope. Jones has always been there since the start. Remember when he was one of the bad guys himself before switching sides? Hope, on the other hand, joined the cause after defeating Doctor Doom and opening Pandora's box. That's a story for another time. The thing we should pay attention to is that Hope and Jones won't tell us why they came here. It would take another 2 seasons for that to be revealed. Oninoshima is an island where magic is very much real, and it's weaved into the masks they wear. You've seen a few of them over the years, namely those worn by the Fox clan. But it didn't go too well, as the dark magic used to bind them weakened the divide between the realms, and thus dark magic was outlawed. Coincidentally, the descendants of the mask makers hundreds of years prior are actually on the island with us. Siblings Jade, Kendo, and Daigo, who still own the family mask shop. Nothing can go wrong here, right? Well, of course it can, as Daigo couldn't help himself and started using dark magic again, imbuing it in the masks he made. He became so obsessed, he reconstructed the ancient masks, outlawed for centuries. Meanwhile, his sister Jade worked tirelessly to understand the spirit gates. She spent so much time around them that the curses from within passed to her. Jade was officially cursed. As Daigo knew quite a bit about dark magic, he made her a mask to keep her safe from the demons. But what he actually did was forge a link between Jade and the spirit realm, and she was dragged to the other side, imprisoned in dark magic. Jade was still able to communicate with us and told us that the meteor that kicked off this chapter, causing a huge shockwave, was indeed from the 0 Point, and it was with her in the spirit realm. The season became a mission to rescue Jade, headed up by her bro Daigo, who was becoming worryingly obsessed with dark magic. In an ingenious idea, the Loopers freed one of the demon warriors, known as the Night Rose, from her puppet master, and a plan was constructed to reforge all the ancient masks of power on the island and center their gaze on Jade in the spirit realm. And to be extra prepared, the Splinter Blades were created from the debris around the 0 Point crash site. As time passed, the masks located Jade, and it was time to break her free. It didn't go completely to plan, and instead of Jade arriving, Shogun X appeared and was very angry.
Okay.
The military leader of the Demon Legions ripped the mask from Daigo's face, and a monumental battle ensued.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Daigo, beaten into submission,
Dead.
had one final chance, and thanks to the Splinter Blades, he somehow defeated Shogun X. Jade was free. The story was over. Or was it?
Yay.
Jade told us about a dark presence inside the spirit realm who is plotting to cross into our reality. But before we could think about that, something strange happened. The spirit gate began spewing out gold, and in mere days, Oninoshima was overrun by criminals hell-bent on claiming as much gold and wealth as possible without any regard for the laws of the land. The lawless season began.
Nice.
Crime boss Fletcher Kane took hold of the island, claiming the gold for his nefarious means. Kane's soldiers were everywhere, storing the gold into bank vaults and shooting anyone who got too close. Then, out of nowhere, Midas returned. The very same guy who broke the loop in Chapter 2, and the very same guy we freed from Hades' jail cell in Chapter 5. This guy can smell gold from universes away. In terms of storyline, the season was lacking massively due to the disappearance of Daigo following the battle with Shogun X, but eventually he returned wearing the most powerful mask in his collection. Daigo's obsession with dark magic was corrupting him. He was hell-bent on going into the spirit realm, and this led to a bizarre partnership with Fletcher Kane. In return for protection, Daigo forged a gateway back into the spirit realm. This allegiance was extremely fragile and both looked likely to double-cross at any moment, but it held strong, and Daigo got his wish and crossed into the spirit realm.
Nice.
Fortnite did the most Fortnite thing ever now, as Star Wars randomly invaded the island, totally shutting down all the story's momentum. For a few weeks, the Galactic Battle mini-season asked us to prepare to take down Palpatine and his Stormtrooper army, who arrived
Darth
to
Jar Jar?
wipe out the Resistance, who somehow found their way on this island too. Then we joined them. In a pretty cool live event, the Resistance used disguises to get on board the Death Star, and alongside Jones, we faced off with Palpatine.
Now you will experience the full power of the dark side.
Oh,
Short,
cool.
He absolutely wiped the floor with us. Thankfully, Hope arrived just in the nick of time to rift us out of there, and the Resistance blew up the Death Star.
Nice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, that's a great event.
We got a few seconds of respite, and then this happened.
Uh-oh.
And that's because everything in Fortnite is connected. The spirit gate Daigo was working on before his disappearance was struck by that intergalactic debris. This shockwave once again opened up the demon gates, yet only one person came through. It was Daigo. He had returned. But he was no longer the brother Jade and Kendo remembered. He had been corrupted by the dark presence, controlled by its influence. His body now disfigured by his time in the spirit realm. Daigo was not the same person. He began creating a doorway to bring something so huge to the island it would take weeks to prepare. He was summoning the dark presence. Meanwhile, a second anomaly happened when the latest shockwave struck the island. Passing by was none other than Superman, who couldn't resist lending a hand and saving people. He caught an out-of-control battle bus, which somehow caused his super abilities to be shared with those on board. This was the start of the super season. Jones and Hope quickly set up the Supernova Academy and taught the new superhero proteges how to use their abilities to protect Oninoshima. This was needed as Daigo's mission to open a gateway to the spirit realm was gaining momentum, draining more energy from the ground beneath our feet. Spires, monoliths, and decaying rock grew between worlds, and the Dark Presence sent constant attacks to our surface. The war continued for weeks. Well, hold up a minute. Remember at the start of the video when Hope wouldn't tell us why she came to this reality? Something fishy was going on, and thankfully a member of the Supernovas didn't trust Hope and Jones either, and took it upon herself to find out what they were hiding. We assisted Morgan Mist to uncover Midas. Yeah, he's back again from the Lawless season. He wasn't here solely for the gold. He was in cahoots with Hope. The pair had agreed to work together to hunt down the fragment of the 0 point that crash landed on this island. But that's not the end of this bombshell. Midas wants the 0 point to be held in a vault. It's unclear if this is the same vault we saw back in 2018 or a brand new one. We just have to trust him, I guess, which makes Hope feel very uneasy. By the end of the season, Daigo was ready to fully open the door between realms and fulfill his destiny. His body became a conduit, and it worked. The Dark Presence arrived. It was a series of tentacles. Daigo had brought his new master onto our island, and now he wasn't needed. The tentacles bit-flapped him into oblivion. He served his purpose. He was no longer needed by the Dark Presence.
Ooh.
Suddenly,
Appreciate
the
the sound effect
Supernova
there.
Academy
Yep.
arrived to
That's what
do
you deserve.
battle with the Demon Realm. And just like the Star Wars event, and just like the Jade event, we weren't strong enough, and failure loomed. Luckily, Superman was still in the vicinity and came back one more time to help us fight. In a single strike, Kal-El cut a tentacle in half and forced the rest of the tentacles to retreat back into their own world. Another battle was won.
Good
But
job,
that's not the end
Superman.
of the good news.
Yeah.
Daigo was back, and after a few beatings,
So
he
where's
went
Crypto?
back to his old self. The island relaxed. It was now time to clear up the mess, including the severed tentacle. Yet, that slimy piece of carcass started a whole new season. Shock and awe, some arrived. This season saw an insect uprising infect the island coming from the rotting dark tentacle. The bugs mutated and reproduced like a Wish version of Helldivers 2. Known as Onimorphs, these beings were somehow able to tunnel out of the spirit realm and onto our island, and we didn't know why. And the task for the season was to find out how they were getting here before they overran us all. Enter the OXR, the Onimorph Extermination Rangers, a group of soldiers whose sole purpose is to rid reality of Onimorphs. So we joined their ranks for a while to thin the swarm, but Hope and Jones had another plan. Holding up under the old Supernova Academy, the duo had retrieved a piece of the tentacle before it rotted away. It was confirmed that this piece of meat is powered by the 0 Point Shard, merged with demonic powers. Yet they couldn't understand how the bugs were getting through to Oninoshima. Long story short, the loopers are sent to find out what it is, and it's this. The swarm can tunnel between worlds, creating microportals. And now Hope is thinking about going the other way, into the spirit realm, using these wormholes. During
Yeah,
this
'cause that worked
chapter,
out
many other
so well for
realities
the
have
other day.
helped us, whether that's Superman or King Kong or the Galactic Republic, or even that time Daft Punk showed up. Good times. And now, the Power Rangers dropped by to help eradicate the bug uprising. We actually got to see the Megazord built in game, in a genuine wow moment for old people like me. And after I aura farmed on a mountaintop for a while, the Power Rangers defeated the Giant Queens, and the XLR claimed victory over the Onimorphs. Job done. We had won yet again. But hold up a minute, because suddenly, in the final days of the season, a mysterious treehouse grew from a sapling in the Halloween light. It pulsed with spirit realm energy, but strangely, it was showing old Simpsons reruns and slowly turning the terrain into
Awesome.
a cartoon biome. Aliens from that show were spotted circling above us. Kang and Kodos were keeping tabs on this island. But the real news was a growing breach between us and the spirit realm. And we got another live event. Hope and Jones came prepared this time, with Jones's rift device being upgraded from the old days. He believed it strong enough to trap the demon away from us forever.
See? Piece of cake.
It worked, but then it didn't work, and the breach became a gateway big enough for the Dark Presence to finally step foot on our island.
Ooh, that's
The
bad.
tentacles we saw a few seasons earlier were just a tiny part of his body. And look, there's the one that Superman sliced in half. It doesn't grow back, that's good to know. And now it was our turn to get bit flapped. Following the huge hit, we began to see the world how Kang and Kodos do, animated and vibrant. Our first look at the Dark Presence was in this way, not as scary as I expected. Kang and Kodos joined the demon's cause, because they found it so sexy, I think, making them our enemy, joining the fight. And then, there it was, the 0 Point Shard we've been chasing for this entire chapter. It's embedded in the Demon Master's chest. Hope's quick thinking used a tractor beam to pull it out, yet only the tiniest splinter came away.
It's something.
The Dark Presence quickly summoned a wormhole and yeeted our heroes and those aliens into the void. No one was panicking because Kang and Kodos do this all the time and can simply take the four of them to Springfield instead. Yet Hope does not take kindly to that.
No! We have to go back to the island!
Springfield!
Island!
And this push and pull ultimately combined both their destinations into
Yay.
one. Welcome to Springfield Island.
Springfield?
Island?
A mashup of The Simpsons with the rule set of Battle Royale, complete with Battle Bus.
Oh.
And look where that splinter landed, in the living room of Homer Simpson. Homer unexpectedly creates the most devastatingly powerful weapon we've ever seen in Fortnite history. Move over, Galactus. This remote control is now powered by the Zero Shard and Homer's imagination.
Now we're remoting.
Can I just say, this mini-season was absolutely amazing, as each week we were given an animated short which gave us the story in about 2 minutes. And then we got to play through the repercussions in-game. First, Homer turned clouds into giant donuts
Awesome.
and rained rings down on Springfield, yet he still wouldn't give up the remote we desperately needed. He only agreed to stop doing what he was doing after an angry mob threatened him. And instead of saying sorry, he threw the shard into a nuclear reactor and then accidentally fell in it too, creating a Springfield overrun with Homer Simpson clones. We eliminated as many Homers as we could, and their essence joined together to become a cloud in the sky, which kept growing and growing until a giant Homer appeared. The story ended with us trying to get the shard out of the giant Homer Simpson. Well, that was surprisingly easy. With that in our possession, we now had all the tools we needed to go into the spirit realm to face off with the Dark Presence on their own turf. Will Hope's plan come to fruition, or will the Dark Presence find us first? The 0 hour chapter finale will see the entire Omniverse come together
Wow,
to
awesome
fight
crossovers
the
in this
Dark
one.
Presence. Or maybe
Yeah.
this is his
Simpsons
name.
and Star Wars.
Master!
This will take us into a new chapter, which is believed to bring back the Seven. I'll make a video
We had
on
full,
that
like,
nearer
mini
the time. The future of Fortnite
Simpson
storyline
episodes?
looks promising again, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Show what the
I'm
story was
Adam,
about?
You're
That's
awesome.
cool.
Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next time.
I have to check that out at some point. The Simpsons and the Star Wars stuff.
Oh, for sure.
All right, just hanging out, ready to go. Hey, Spidey! His black suit.
Falling donuts.
Ground teams assembled. Now to lock in air support.
This is gonna be one for the history books.
Sleeping Homer. I think it's still raining donuts.
Yep.
Awesome. All the different rigs left out. When in doubt, put it out. It's just stared at the fire. Can't believe it took this long bringing the Simpsons.
Yeah.
I'm sure they must have added done it at some point.
Yeah. I feel like it can't be the first ever
Yeah.
Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
It's very jumpy.
Mm-hmm.
All our friends are ready to rift back to the island.
Big lizard, robot, lots of people in tights.
The Dark Presence won't know what hit him. How close are we to rifting?
One more adjustment. Cross-reality traveling for amateurs. That should do it. Rift device ready.
Spinning up the comms, and we're live to all realities.
Is this on? Wow, is that my voice? Okay, attention all realities. If you can hear this message, we need your help. The Dark Presence thinks he can conquer our island. Well, not without a fight. Prepare yourselves. We're about to go for a ride.
Perfect.
Now to fire this thing up.
So long, Springfield. It's been weird.
Here we
Whoa.
Okay, black and white.
Did you finish the calibrations?
Film noir,
course.
sort of.
And you accounted for dimensional variance?
Hold on. Just how about this? Okay, guess we're taking the scenic route.
Jones.
At least this trip's interesting.
This looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Springfield?
Jumping on his belly.
Well, hold please.
Whoa! Hatsune Miku!
You gotta be kidding me. Maybe give it another try.
Oh, bobbleheads.
Yes. Oh.
The music.
Uh-huh.
Are we there
The
yet?
toilets?
Jones! Did we make it? This doesn't look like the island.
And that looks like just a whole lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah, that's trouble.
Welcome to my dimension, bitches.
Definitely trouble.
If he wants a fight, he's got one.
Yeah, I think he's itching for a fight. Godzilla!
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles!
Superman,
Yes! Now we're talking.
Power Rangers. They're all here.
Back our island. Let's go!
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Careful, you're gonna get run over.
Yeah. Beware the giant creatures. They don't always look where they step.
Everyone! Get to the choppers!
Shit. Hey!
Yeah, demon hunters. Is King Kong dead already? Oh yeah,
He
no,
just
shut
got
up, buddy.
knocked down a little bit.
Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kong.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Poor Kong.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
We brought a parachute.
We're taking heavy fire. If you can hear this, make your way to the front lines.
We got a long way to go to get there.
Mm-hmm. So how do we run right into that? Okay. That's where I was always supposed to go.
I wondered the same thing. I was like, is that going to teleport us to the front lines? Like,
Yeah.
that'd be convenient.
Why run into that crystal? What? Nice.
Kill Bill.
Get on.
Oh, great music.
This is fantastic. Go, Superman. Oh, well, there goes
Okay.
that Star Destroyer.
Yeah, go Homer.
Everyone on the front line! Press the attack! Heads up!
Oh my god, Godzilla!
Yeah, he's getting spiked.
Had to hurt.
Chucked around like a rag doll.
See, but Kong's back in the fight,
Yeah,
so Godzilla will be there no time.
it's true. Kong has been tossed around a lot more than Godzilla that we've
Mm-hmm.
seen.
We need to hit him hard, and we need to do it soon. Okay. I got like a crazy dangerous idea. As if things aren't dangerous enough.
Oh shit!
Trust me. 3, 2, here goes crazy.
What did you just do?
That's you? That's not crazy. That's insane! Exactly!
Cube's like, fuck you.
Alright! All forces! Open fire! Hit him with everything you've got! It's working! Keep it up! Take cover! The cube's gonna blow!
Maybe back away from it?
Mecha team leader! Who's piloting that?
Okay.
Just punts it nice! Was that last season or the season before we saw that, like, cat thing in the go to battle?
I don't know, but that was effective.
Mm-hmm.
Did it! The 0-point shard. This feels more like home.
Bye, Star Wars.
Throughout history, the 0 point has secretly connected civilizations. For over 1,000 years, the Imagined Order controlled the 0 point, trapping people in an endless loop. Seven heroes came together to battle the Imagined Order and free the 0 point. The conflict ended with the 0 point shattered and strewn across all realities.
Nice little recap.
Yeah. Huh.
And the fate of the seven is unknown.
Until now. Oh, no, okay.
We don't get to know.
And that's how it ends. That was a pretty great event. I mean, especially when Kill Bill showed up. I did not expect that.
Yeah. I mean, big monster, tons of heroes, big heroes. Like, it feels like what Fortnite has become known for, and they did it particularly well with this, just, you know, from the outsider perspective.
Yeah, also like in this event, like, didn't see, I mean, like in the beginning, there were like when in the waiting room, or whatever, there were like other people there, obviously, and in the event, but like this still felt like pretty contained. I mean, like I didn't see like a bunch of people like, jumping around and everything like that.
Yeah.
Once the actual event started, it seemed like, we were just like, it was like, you were in it and you were just going through it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, and the K-pop Demon Hunters showed up.
Yeah.
And so had to get them in there. I mean, biggest movie of the year.
Yeah, it was great to see them. And of course, I love all the Star Wars stuff. So seeing like the Star Destroyers in there was awesome. Seeing Godzilla and Kong fight the big monster was awesome. I'm overusing the word awesome. But yeah, this really felt like a great event.
And just The Simpsons. I love the recap beforehand, learning about The Simpsons and like that event that took place, and then the Star Wars one. Those two like definitely stuck out for me. Superman one was cool. I mean, Superman's just awesome. We recently saw the Superman movie, so yeah, like really enjoyed that movie. I just I was a little disappointed they didn't have crypto in it.
Yeah, they should have had crypto. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I did love the moment where like he holds the falling like boulder so that Kill Bill and our character can just ride right through. Like that was great.
Yeah. Let us know what you thought about this event down below in the comments, and what you thought about Chapter 6 in the Fortnite storyline this season, this year. And yeah, if you want all of our Fortnite reactions, we got a playlist for you. Thanks for watching our reaction to Fortnite 0 Hour, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.